this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that I get from Spirit for all of us who are all on this journey to love. And yesterday, I pulled, so all my messages go from one to the next, and they're all super connected. Nature's Spirit wants to come through because all of us ancestors want to help us and want us to give us guidance and want us to know that they're there. And I'm just going to share something else. For so many fascinating things that are coming through from these QHHT sessions that I'm doing, because the other thing, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but it was really, really interesting. So one of the questions was about how do we contact our guides more, and my assumption would be that so when you do the QHHT, you're going through to the superconscious. So you go through your past lives, then you access the superconscious state. And my expectation was that actually the superconscious state is everything. So there would be no differentiation really between guides, our spirit guides, and the superconscious, and sort of it's all one. It's all, for me, I just thought it was all love. That vibration of love, which creates miracles, which creates guidance, which sort of creates messages for us, synchronicities, everything. And it comes back to being sort of all one. So this was one of the questions that wanted to be covered in the QHHT session. So I suppose I already had a concept, an idea about what that answer would be, but oh dear, I was wrong. Because when I asked the superconscious, and it came through as no, we convene together, which is interesting. No, we can, and so the use of language is slightly different. You can see that, like, from normal day-to-day language to then it switches to, and it's obviously from, again, perception of what that is, but but what came through was definitely like no, don't worry, we convene very closely, and you just need to make sure that you're asking for your guides, basically. So it's just so, whereas I was just sort of thinking, okay, well, it's just going to come through that everything's one, we're all here to support you, which everything is, but it's almost like they were like, no, we convene together, and we are overlooking this. So the guides were independent, or but they work together. So very interesting. So when you're asking for help, make sure you are asking your ancestors, your guides, your spiritual support team, if you work with angels, you're asking for Archangel Michael, or and your superconscious, like if so yes, I was really quite taken aback by that. I was like, oh, okay. So we do have to ask for sort of individual help, right, to help us, and it makes sense because, I just didn't think like that. So yeah, so that was one of the findings. So very interesting. So because of that, I've now been drawn to use Nature Spirit to ask the ancestors. So specifically. So we are going to ask the ancestors for help. So this is why it's really interesting doing these QHHT sessions, because all of these things that, again, it's through you guys asking me the questions that this comes out, information comes out, because I wouldn't necessarily have thought to ask that question. That's what's so fascinating, because it's like completely, yeah, really interesting. But then it also shows me that's our soul group coming together, because the soul group are coming together to get answers, to help each other shine a light on each other. And the ancient, of course it would be the ancient forest. The ancient forest, because we're all creating this root system. So with, like the forest shares heartbeat. The smaller tree, the weaker trees are supported by the bigger trees. There's an ecosystem that lives below the forest that feeds the forest. And that's exactly what we're doing here. And it reminds me of there was a channeling that I did for a lovely follower of the channel, which that person has now gone on to set up their own healing center, and which is amazing, right? But I channeled a letter from the trees, and it was one of the first letters that I did that wasn't a a twin. It was like a object, it was a tree, basically. It was the trees. What does the message of the trees say? And essentially the message was, well, walk the earth like the trees, imagining roots going down into the ground, and every foot you put on the ground, you are spreading love. And so also the crystal grid that I do is all based around the forest lovers who are entwined together around the oak tree. So, and again, more and more and more and more just amazing little signs, which you'll probably get for where you live and your twin connection and all of the things that relate to you and your twin. But I live in a forest area, and when the lady was coming to me for the QHHT session, on the map she sent me a picture, because she was like, do you know that the route around your house is in the shape of a heart in the like on the picture of the map? And I was like, oh wow, no, I didn't know that. So all of these little things, follow the signs, and then all of these things are the signs, just appear even more. So the ancient forest. So your roots go deep. Incredible, radiant, healing strength is available to you and grows within you. Do not doubt your abilities. You are so much more than you can possibly imagine. There's immense, unseen, but very real support around you. You are loved and cherished. You are grounded, stable, and strong as your spirit reaches high into the heavens. Your native spirit wants you to know that throughout the world, those in indigenous cultures revere what are called the tree people. The powerful life force of trees can bring healing, strengthening, and grounding energies. The kind of tree might vary from culture to culture, but the reverence and gratitude for its beneficial energies are the same. The ancient forest is alive with nature spirits. Additionally, each tree has an individual spirit, especially powerful and resilient. The forest can survive the harshest conditions because of the mutual support of the spirit of the entire forest. There you go. We all support each other. Your greatest strength is silent and deep. It doesn't need a show of force. It just is. Inner power is found through contemplation, reflection, and meditation. Sometimes it comes from times of growth and change. Other times it springs from surviving and conquering painful situations. And the journey is adopt a tree. It can be one in your yard or one in a nearby park or wilderness area. Talk to the tree, touch its bark, give thanks, and by doing so, you can create an energy connection that will continue to nurture you no matter how far you are away from your adopted tree. And that is why trees are so important. We take, they've basically been here for thousands of years. We need to suck up their guidance. And just so applicable for, everything that, all of the messages that, again, all the messages that have come through. And just like the sort of interconnectedness of absolutely everything is just amazing. But that sort of, again, that thing, like that thing of just all of these little things, like just remembering to call in and ask for the different guides, angels, angelic support, whatever that is for, we all connect to different things, but ancestors, deceased loved ones, all of those soul groups that are helping us, because actually it's really easy to just forget to ask for help, and if we did that every single day at the beginning of each day, as soon as we wake up, say, please be with us today to help live our highest and best path. Help me to navigate, to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing here on this planet at this time, to help spread love and light and anchor in the light. And then whatever happens, happens. Whatever we're led to do, we're led to do. And then stepping out of the comfort zone to do it. That's the other thing, because it will push you. For sure, you'll be pushed to do things that you maybe have been putting off, or you kind of like think, oh, you know, just like I shared, you know, doing doing all of the things, because you're putting yourself out there, doing the books, doing the sessions with people. It's all it's all very much putting yourself out there into different, let's see, different ways of being, basically. So that was on page 100. It was on 37. So I'm going to read letter 137 from Divine Love Letter Books. So we have, I am in your heart. You are my soul. You are my guiding light, my passport home. It's been a difficult time, and I'm sorry that it's taken me a long time to be able to be present for you. I want you to know that all of this time I've been loving you from afar, feeling you in the deepest parts of me, feeling the call of your love. It's taken me by, how interesting, we had this the other day. It's taken me by surprise at how strongly the feeling creeps up on me. Every now and then, and I'll feel it. It's like bam, a smack in my chest. My heart starts pulsating quick, and I see an image of you, and I'm left thinking, wow, what was that? A shock to the heart of love. Like a bullet, it hits me, but it's lodged in my heart forever. You are in my heart forever. Okay, so that's book one. So book two is this, and I opened it at the page. You're my light of my life, the love of my life, the joy in my heart. I wish that I could tell you all this in person. I always seem to be waiting for the right time, the perfect moment, the perfect setting. But every time I lose my nerve, I get riddled with insecurities, and I feel so nervous when I'm around you. I can't say how I really feel, and then I kick myself afterwards. I know that I need to. I know that I will. It's just that I need to close the door on the schoolboy fears that haunt me and hold me back. I know that I need to open the door to my heart fully and give my heart only to you. You are the only one that I want to spend the rest of my life with. You are my dream, my fantasy, my passion, my greatest challenge, my greatest love. Okay, then we have book three, and you know what, today as I look outside, it's blue sky and it's not raining. For the first time. It's been like it's been really bad, so it's so nice to see blue sky. So don't get lost in your mind telling you you are alone. You are not. I am here. I am right here in your heart. Place your hand on your heart, close your eyes and call to me. Say, please come to me and hold my hand to bring me to my light, to bring us to our love. Do this and do it every day, and you will know that I'm with you. I don't want you to feel sad or lonely. Our souls are leading us home. We must listen to our souls and the call of our hearts. It is our truth. Believe in love. Well, like I say, that's what we have to do. We just have to keep going and keep believing, keep trusting. And I'm just going to finish by pulling one of these. And just to say, okay, wisdom. What wisdom do we need to help us today? And what do we need to help us? I'm going to go, after this, I'm going to go and walk my dog, Bowie. I'm going to go to the park. Yesterday, he was an absolute, he was just chasing, I think it was squirrels, but he would not come back, and it just, a torrential rain. So I was absolutely drenched, and he was having the best time ever. And I was like, seriously? It seems that it's always my dog that's like running around every four corners of the park, and everyone else's dog is walking sort of like nicely by their side. And it makes me laugh because I'm like, oh, yeah, mine's right over there. And every now and then pops his head up just to look around to see if I'm still there. And then his ears go like flapping as he's running, you know, like an utter. I've actually never ever seen another dog be quite as manic as mine. So that's where I get my guidance from my dog. Just live life. Okay, so the message is peace. There we go. Have peace. Live life. Stay in the heart center. It's 23. 23 is number 5. 5 is about change, and we are all going through changes. So 23, the message of the card is 23, 23, 23. The message is, it doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart which is fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful, so enjoy it. I love it. So the relationship message is when two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned instruments playing together. Sometimes it's impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours and it is to be savoured. So there does, you know, after this, like, there has been, I do feel like the last few months there was quite a lot of angst. I was feeling that energy, like, oh, I just wanted to kind of like forget about this connection and just be able to move on, in a sense, move on with my life. And if it's not going to happen with my twin, then that's fine. Just bring me somebody now, because I actually want to be with somebody. And sort of like quite resigned to just thinking, yeah, that's okay. So a bit like, oh, come on. But the energy has shifted. I feel it. So now I do feel this sense of peace that, again, it's sort of like, it goes in cycles, doesn't it? So I've had the angst of like that, oh, frustration, feeling a bit like, come on. I still feel like, come on, I want a relationship. But I'm not quite so, like, yeah, angsty about it. So I get this. I feel that. I don't know if anyone else is feeling like that or has gone through that cycle of kind of letting stuff go again. But anyway, I certainly feel that. So this is one of those times when you're capable of clear vision about your work and how you create your prosperity. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You are called by presence to step into your power. Just being is enough. For you are in peaceful harmony with spirit, and it shows in your work. So that's really interesting. Just being is enough. And, you know, when we focus, so when we just be, then that's where the intuition comes to then create whatever it is we should be being. And that's when whatever that work or whatever, you know, how we make our abundance comes, it sort of comes through being in a state of being and then acting on the intuition. We have to be first in order to listen to the intuition, and that means slowing down, listening to the heart, meditation, whatever that is, to be able to listen to intuition. When we follow the intuition, then we take action, then it happens, right? So there we go. It's a cycle that we're constantly going on, and it's a cycle that we constantly need to work at, because the human spirit, the human part of us questions, rather than just says, I'm going to let this be, and then act on whatever comes through. So there we go. That is the message for today. I really hope that helps. If you would like to have a healing, reading, channeling, or to get any of my books on Amazon, here they are, or to have a QHHT session with me, I will be booking in sessions. Yeah, I'll be doing sessions. I'm going to be sending off my my case studies, and then hopefully we'll be on the register fairly soon. And then, yeah, I will be doing it for lots of people. And I will be, you know, those sort of like snippets of brilliant information, of course, I'll share, because it helps everyone, right? And that's the magical thing about it. Never have any expectation about what's going to happen, because I have no idea. And it's all led by you, the person that comes, and that's an amazing thing. So there we go. Magic, magic, more magic. All right, take care. I'll be back tomorrow, but in the meantime, I hope you stay well, stay bright, and stay switched on to the light. See you. Bye.